Finally, I am ready for bed. I'm rolled in sheets. My hair is rolled. My mustache has been bleached. And right now, coming to this stage, the woman who's made this all possible. It's her birthday. She is a finalist in Fox, Face of Fox, and the Santa Ana Star Search. She's in leopard skin tonight. Please welcome to the stage the beautiful Goldie Garcia.
¡Qué cochinas! Wow. I can't tell if it's hot in here or I'm going through the fucking change of life, okay? It's my birthday. First of all, my two dear friends here, the two gringas that supported the Duke City Comedy League on television, My 50 TV. Kate and Sarah, all the way from Rio Rancho, people, come on. Yeah, and then say hi to the comics out there. Say hi, these are the people that kept that thing on the air. You know, we had like 40 people say they were going to be here on Facebook. And you know what? I think people put their names because that's a better way to market them. Even though they don't show up, their names on Facebook, and they attach their name to us. Even though they work like at Walmart in the layaway department, okay? They want to become famous. Everybody wants to become famous, right?
Fuck them.
That's what I was going to say. Fuck them. Yeah. Spell PH. Fuck them. You know, I learned sign language because Albuquerque's so uptight about the F word. The F word to New Mexicans is a verb, not an adjective like the rest of us people that come from bigger cities around the country, right? It's a verb. Like if you say, oh, check out those two cholos fucking, they see two cholos fucking. Oh, okay. I could see what I did wrong there. Check out those two fucking cholos. Then they see two cholos fucking. See what happens when you sit through all these comics and drink red wine? Yeah. But, you know, I find that I am older than almost everybody here. And in my day, men at least took women for dinner, wine, and drink 2 or 3 times before they try to nail them, okay? And men these days are treating women very badly, but men, you know, you're not God's gift to women. You know what's God's gift to women is nowadays? Hair mousse, right? Right? Mousse now offers us what men once offered as strength, control, and protection. Plus, that it has that very special ingredient. It stays stiff. Thanks, I'll be here all night long. Come la cochina. Okay, we're filming for YouTube people. Let's clap. Yay. Let's thank Bruce McIntyre. And the reason I point him out, because he reminds me of my ex-husband. And I remember that one last time. You know, I was a little bit more conservative. I was lying in bed with my husband. We were living in Maine. And I was wearing my LL Bean multi-layer thermal underwear. And he was begging me to fuck him really good. So I did. I jumped out of bed and took the house, car, and kids. I'm out of here. Adios, amigo. Hasta la vista, baby. I won't be back. I did that for Mariana out there. We got some pretty comics. Don't we have some beautiful comics? But see, I don't understand. I don't know if it's Albuquerque or their lack of like life experience, but to wear a little bit of a little negligee, it's like, oh fuck, I'm a whore. No man will want me. Well, hell, I'm a whore and no man does want you, okay? And I'm not, you know. I come from a boxing family. You know, my brother is a Golden Glove boxer. If you in New Mexico, if you come from and you're wearing the little atypical Johnny Tapia, let's get out of the ring. Stand up here. This is how Johnny Tapia comes out of the ring, okay? Except he has needles in his arms, okay? But I come from a boxing family. If you come from a boxing family, that's like royalty in New Mexico. So I had to leave here because I remember I used to come and perform in the summers during college at Laughs Comedy Club. And they pulled me aside and they say, oh, well, Hispanic humor's okay for a Hispanic audience, but not here. Keep laughing. Come on, isn't that fucking absurd? Because I was alone back then when they cornered me, and there were no witnesses, so I could file a suit, okay? They're like, oh, it's okay for a Hispanic audience, but not here. And then I look at the menu, they're saying quesadillas, tecates, sandwiches. Chihuahuas for sale, chiclets for sale. That's a Kevin Kennedy. Can you believe I came and I had to deal with that? So I just jump on not a plane because I couldn't even afford a plane. I'd buy that. Has anybody here heard that the railroad will sell you a $245 ticket round trip to anywhere in America? Well, I took that about 6 times across the country, okay? And every time I got on to go back east, I'd tie up with the Boy Scouts. Yeah, leaving the Philmont Ranch, going back to like the Midwest, Chicago, they go on to Minnesota and all their little... But, you know, we had a bear attack recently at the Philmont Ranch, the Boy Scout Ranch, right? And the news said there was no food in the tent. Get stupid. No food in the tent? The boy was the food, okay? Let's say there was food in the tent. There was a can of chili beans, a bag of Frito-Lays, and a chubby little Boy Scout beef stuffed on Twinkie, Twizzlers, Pixie Sticks, and Piñons. The bear wouldn't have think twice. He'd look at this fat little Boy Scout and look back at the chili beans and Frito-Lays and say, hey, I think I'll make myself a Boy Scout Frito pie. And poor little Yogi Bear, poor little Yogi Bear, people are building into their turf. It's not the bears coming into the city. It's the gringos going into the mountain. Because the gringos are the only ones can afford it. We can only afford the barrio, okay? So let's say little Yogi, he like cleans off the shit off his feet, from the white people, And he walks into like the forest, says, hey, I'll be back, boo-boo. I'm going to get some firewood for us for supper. So he walks in and he walks into the damn way where Mary Bird lives, the foothills there, and like pow, 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 and they kill him. And what do they do with poor little Yogi Bear's carcass? They taxidermy it to make it look alive. See, I don't understand the process of taxidermy. You kill something to stuff it to make it look alive. Personally, people, I think it's a little hard to look alive with a wall attached to the back of your ass, okay? Do it again. Actually, it feels good, Da-na-da-na, po! I feel more at home half naked than I do like wearing regular clothes. Maybe it's because I am a Latina. Maybe we are like this way. But I am originally from South Broadway. People, you know South Broadway, right? Yeah, the Espanola of Albuquerque. And you people from the Heights don't laugh so hard because I only go to the Heights for meth, okay? But I'm an educated woman. I do have a diploma from Harvard University hanging on my wall. Can you believe that? Harvard University! Yeah, I swiped it off my gynecologist wall. With my feet. Same thing for guys if they say bend over. Use your feet, okay? But I'm a North Valley girl. I consider myself well-read, especially since I've moved to New Mexico. I'm not very much well-read, okay? But, I consider myself well-read, and whenever I hear of a North Valley girl or read of a North Valley girl, like in Scotland or even maybe New England, they're running through a field of green, holding daisies, wearing a beautiful pinafore with their hair curls blowing in the breeze. No. In New Mexico, a Valley girl seems to like be the impression, a definition is that she has a brother that'll shank you. No, my brothers won't shank you. I will. And then I hate the word Hispanic. You know, come back tomorrow, okay? The drugs will be here tomorrow. You know, the dealer will be here tomorrow. But, you know, I talk to, like, Puerto Rican, the word Hispanic, I talk to Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans, American Chicanos. We feel we have nothing in common with this labeling Hispanic. And when we first heard we were being labeled Hispanic, we took it with a grain of salt, right? Yeah, and a shot of tequila. See, we feel we didn't have a role model, say, call us Hispanics. This word has made my life complicated. I can't even take my dog for a walk. Someone will come up to me and say, gee, that's a cute dog. What is it? And I'll say, well, it was a Chihuahua. Yeah, we call it now Hispanic, okay? Okay, too much thinking in that joke, okay? You know, comics are like, oh, you got to tell stories because New Mexicans like stories. Then you tell stories and they lose their thought after the first sentence. They're like, okay, drugs, all right, we need crack, all right. But I think I'll quit here in a minute, but I do have to mention, I do often feel like it's my role as a humanity major person that I have to protect my people, the Hispanics, right? The Mexicans, Italian, and Polish people, that's my heritage. And I feel I have to protect us just because the first predominantly Mexican. And I was working in Old Town this summer, and these people from Pittsburgh, they come in, you know, and they're wearing the his and hers, tourist fuck you, matching shirts, right? The husband and wife from some Christian church. And why is it they think they can complain to me about the Mexicans? Look at me. I'm an older Mexican-American woman. I'm wearing black Depends, okay? I got the little pinto bean pants out to here if I weren't wearing some kind of invisible girdle, you know? And they're like, oh, the Mexicans are doing this in Pittsburgh, the Mexicans that. And I'm thinking, gee. Then they tell me something really weird, which I've never heard about the Mexicans. Oh, we're afraid they're going to drive drunk and drink and run over our little girls. I'm like, well, you're on vacation. They're not driving drunk and running over your little girls. They're fucking them, okay? When you get back to Pittsburgh, you're going to have a little grandchild. You're going to have to name Hecho en Mexico. And before we go, we got Mike Long coming on. But I do want to talk about, I've done comedy like decades. And Women's Voice in New Mexico. Next show, we're going to have the Scarlet Letter Women, V for voice. You know, women can't have voice here. But I've been thrown off so many stages I can't even count. Mike Long thought he had the record. I hold the record, you know? Yeah. So I assume that, let's say I die and I go to heaven, because I've thrown off so many stages, I know I'm going to end up in limbo. So let's say I go to heaven, and I'm in heaven. I'm like, hey, St. Peter, hey, thanks for letting me in. I know I was funny, huh? And then I walk in, I go to go, wow, this wall isn't real adobe, huh? You know, they're like, get the hell out of here. You're banished to hell, to Lucifer. And then I end up in hell. And I have this big mouth I can't control, and I'd be like, wow, you know, I thought you were taller in your picture. And, you know, you really should consider using those Crest white strips. You know, I'd be like, get the hell out of here. You're banished to limbo, and I'm out of here. The name's Goldie Garcia. Thank you.